10. Alien Moon Base. In 1964, the Ranger 7 became the first American spacecraft to return photos of a world we had never seen, the moon. But what about the photos we didn't see?
Now, what's not talked about is some of the actual photographs that weren't shown publicly.
A case can be made that, in fact, successful, that they were able to transmit images back to the moon, back to Earth, and that they did show artificial structures on the moon.
In fact, some believe that aliens were not only discovered on the moon, but are now cooperating with NASA, a claim supported by the alleged discoveries of a man named Gary McKinnon.
Gary McKinnon is a British ufologist who a couple of years ago hacked into secure computers at NASA in the United States from the UK and found some incredible documents that listed something called non-terrestrial officers.
Could this document prove that our government is working with aliens discovered on our moon?
It meant that NASA not only knew about an ET presence, but that it was dealing with an ET presence on a regular basis.
Whether aliens are working with our scientists or the other way around, this alien plot could prove there is more to the moon than the public was led to believe.
I can't believe today is the day where I have that feeling of ecstasy, gravitas, presented before my very self. Welcome to another exciting episode of What the Hell is Going Out There. Truly unbelievable what I heard today. You will witness to at the end of this video that everything that you have seen from my Space Force videos, the ancient aliens, technology, stuff from the past, dark sites, dark technologies, breakaway civilizations, voice of God weapons. All of this is real. Go watch all those conspiracy file shows. Go learn everything right now before everyone starts acting like it's something brand new. Remember my human mind consciousness transfer technology videos? Yes, now we're transferring snail memories. Yes, you want to go down a rabbit hole? Go look at Gary McKinnon back there. He's already seen all the ancient, dark alien technologies. He hacked the system back when people didn't even realize what hacking was. The government left their computers on the basic settings still. And he figured it out and he went in there and he got all the documents and everything. Funny how you don't hear about Gary McKinnon. Interesting. Remember the omnibus? Remember in there how it had that bold restore? That's because we already have infrastructure in place in space. We already have moon bases. We already have ships. We already have this breakaway civilization technology. Trump, like he said in his inauguration, he's just manifesting it now. Now he's bringing it to real life. He's bringing it to the public. Remember restore? This bold restore? Exactly. They're restoring the infrastructures. They are restoring everything in planet space right now. How many of you even know that there's a space council? No? You didn't know that there's a space council? I wonder what goes on with the space council. Just like the X-37B and all the other mysterious space programs that, we the people aren't allowed to know about. I've written countless of papers about how we're held back as humanity. And once you start reading these documents, you'll be just as pissed as I am that humanity is held back the way we are because of these globalists, internationalists, these corporations. Truly unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. The Egyptians, we're more advanced than they really want to make us out to believe. Our ancient ancestors, they lived such glorious way. They were so smart. They don't want to tell you about the civilizations that had nuclear reactors already. They don't want to tell you about the civilizations that already had flight, electricity, and all. They want to act like, this is brand new, and they just recently discovered it. How many of you knew that Vice President Pence is chairman of the National Space Council. No, you didn't know? Interesting. You know, NASA is not really kept in the loop with this because they're not really a militarized area. You know, they're more the exploration, what Star Trek people, they're more of those Star Trek people. Now, when you go over to the Starship Troopers side of the world in their space, that's where the Space Council is. That's where these people are at. You see this right here? Moon, Mars, and worlds beyond, winning the next frontier. That is their mission statement right there. Moon, Mars, worlds beyond. I'm telling you, go watch all my videos when I started documenting this, when Trump started openly admitting about the breakaway civilization, the secret space technologies, the advanced space weaponry, the advanced laboratories in space that use the helium-3 as an energy source. Look at all these people who are also on the Space Council. You have people who believe in aliens on this list, who have been to the moon, who have been to space. You have got to be kidding me. I'm going to get to this point in a minute, but this is exactly what it says it is. It's a federation. It is a federate. How many of you even knew that the United States had a federation? When we get to the definition, you'll see why this is so important, because it makes perfect sense on why there's this breakaway civilization. How many of you even know that delegates go to Antarctica? I'm talking like ambassadors, powerful people going to why? Why are they going to Antarctica? You never heard of Operation High Jump before? You never heard about the Nazis and how they were exploring pretty much the entire planet during World War II? Oh, that's right. Hitler was still killed in the bunker. That's right. You gotta be kidding me right now. The lies are just becoming too overwhelming. People need to start realizing that this is real life. You need to just start looking at the documents. It's not a conspiracy. It's not a joke. There really is alien bases. Maybe not alien in a sense as like extraterrestrial, but maybe alien in a sense where we have ancient beings who are still on this planet from the ancient... Well, you have Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, all these other places that are at least 5,000 years old. China, their ancient history. All the stuff they talk about with magic and dragons and stuff like that. It's not just a fairy tale. Why would these people document all this? It's not a game. It's not a joke. Atlantis. The father of modern knowledge was writing about it. Why would he make it up? Are you insane? These people back there, masters of their craft. Look at this. When we talk about federations over there, like a group of states with a central government, but independence in internal affairs, that is exactly what they're doing right now. We don't really even know what they're doing in outer space right now. They lie about everything. Why do they lie about everything? Why do they keep everything such a secret? Is it really that big of a deal? I really don't think so. We just need to start getting rid of all these people who are poisons to our society. I don't get why it's so hard. It's just, man, when you hear what's about to come up right here, all that stuff you ever heard about aliens, all of it being fake. Oh, it's just a conspiracy. There are no underground bases where they do alien-human hybrid experimentations. There's none of that. There's no Dulce base. No one's ever heard of Dulce base before. Don't go look up Dulce base. Don't go look up Operation High Jump. Don't go look up all the other crazy phenomenon. Truly incredible.
We are going to the stars. The people who try to keep us held down and pinned at each other's necks don't realize this idea. It is explained and realized that the universe is infinite, and the idea of infinite makes them very uncomfortable. Because when you have a victim, you have to keep them held down. You have to keep them to a small proximity. You have to keep on feeding them a narrative of why they are a victim. But the reality becomes is that we're God sent. This is our time. We will be connected. There is not racism. We are one race, the human race. And that idea that we are one race, the human race, stifles everything everything that they've done for hundreds of years to keep us down. That is it. That is it. And that is very uncomfortable if you've made your bones and made your momentum in your life's work based on being...
And notice, they say that great truth that we all know, but then they exacerbate the differences. They go, oh, we're for everybody being unified, but they ignore Martin Luther King and then promote the total division. It's completely clear. And thanks to Kanye, like you said, this, full spectrum reality. What are those key terms you were talking about the real reality TV show of the universe, full spectrum drama? Full spectrum drama, because politicians, should have been the most effective individual leaders and, attention getters. But unfortunately, through social media, or maybe fortunately, who knows, evolution happens. It happens to be celebrities. So with celebrities getting the most attention at the time and the most ears here and the most eyes here and the most, attention, it's celebrities. So we're going to... And it's not just you telling me this. I've talked to other sources that Trump 6 years ago met with Kanye. They planned all this out. They didn't even want to do this. They hoped it would get better. And now the courage of Kanye and his wife going and the way she breaks the ice about letting blacks out of prison that were given unfair sentences. I'll leave you guys with this. I don't want to take too much more of Corsi's time. I'll leave you with this. Once we go multi-planetary, the race card's out the window. There's one race, the human race. And if you think Kanye is the last celebrity to come out in the next 2 months, you're wrong. You will be shocked in the next 2 months. I've sat down in meetings with individuals, which will reveal here shortly, me and yourself in Austin, Texas. I will reveal my identity, but the idea of what's occurring will come to fruition. There's no and let's just be clear. Elon Musk and everybody is involved, all of this, and just a pro-human, pro-growth future where we're not all nasty and we don't depopulate everybody and we can go to the stars. That's what's being discussed here. That's what's being promoted. And that's why they're so upset. And that's why Obama's on record with Jay-Z saying, get to all the rappers, don't let them meet with Trump. They are really scared right now. Where is Obama?
I know, right?
He's radio
the gravitas is just flowing in your face right now. Everything. Look at this. They act like there's not other people, or interplanetary species. Hello, alien-human hybrids. We already have people who are all over this. They just think that they're crazy or something. Like, are you kidding me right now? They have the government documents. They have the CIA documents. They have the FBI documents. You have got to be kidding me. If none of this was real, think about this. Why would this... George Norrie is as big as Rush Limbaugh when it comes to aliens... ghosts, stuff like that. Like, if none of it was real, how would he be that big? How would he have such a massive... Even Alex Jones has been on George Norrie's Coast to Coast. They're friends. You hear him bring it up from time to time. He should go on his show more, he says. Yeah, he should, especially now, since they're really manifesting the Space Force, and launch systems, everything. You better believe.
Shit.